It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Falcons, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they can earn the #1 draft pick in April, or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First as a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
After a tough couple of years in Denver, Wilson finally gets his fresh start, and he's certainly hoping to make the most of it. Truthfully, though, it's been tough sledding ever since being traded from Seattle a few years back, but he still has the talent and tools to make this next chapter a positive one.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So the Falcons make their way out behind their new quarterback for 2024, signed back in March, the veteran Kirk Cousins.
And coming off of an offseason where Kirk Cousins was coming back from an Achilles injury, he thought that was going to be his biggest challenge. Instead, the Falcons drafted Michael Penix out of Washington in the first round. And while that was a jolt, Kirk Cousins has a great ability to just shake things off, move forward, and let his talents come through.
So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Cousins. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. Oh, another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Throwing is Wilson. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3. Now Cousins. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Ray McLeod, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into the hands of London. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Finding Pickens for another catch. And out across midfield down to the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Pickens is coming off a season where he eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark for the first time in his career and averaged a league-leading 18.1 yards per reception. He is truly a budding superstar, and the Steelers are going to continue to find ways to get him the ball.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. It's spotted at the 14-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
Cousins. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to his... And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
Holding offense.
So defensively, they let the play stand. They'd rather have the down as it'll bring up 4th. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Atlanta regains possession of the football. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing is Cousins. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
At the 40-yard line.
Slot man moves right. On play action, Cousins. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Youngway Koo for the Falcons field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw is Wilson. He finds Pickens over the middle. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They go play action now. Wilson. And that's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and a yard. Now it's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup.
In motion goes McLeod. They go play action. Cousins. He's got the hook up to McLeod.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still second down.
To throw, Cousins. Right back to Pitts again. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Cousins. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Cousins. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 2nd and 8. Cousins. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard
Now
line.
Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Throwing, Cousins. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Completes it to Austin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, Wilson. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Here's Wilson. Completes this one to Pickens. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Wilson.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Now a 2nd and 6.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense and Kirk Cousins getting ready for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
They're able to complete this one to McLeod. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now it's Wilson. He finds Austin complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. To throw is Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Cousins now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 30-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Cousins to throw it. That pass complete to Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now Cousins. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Again, it's Cousins. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They'll let Robinson try and run. And he'll wind up short of the goal line. So they will not be able to get this back within a score as this remains a 10-point differential. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Delay of game, offense.
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. They hand this off to Harris. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go play action with Wilson. So we get a traffic there, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Now Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifted.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. But that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw, Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Cousins again. Throw left side, there's London. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Now Cousins. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And 1 at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
Throwing, Cousins. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Able to power through. And able to work his way down to the 16. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Back to it after the pick six. Cousin over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So from the 37, here's second down and 2.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side. And
my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Short throw caught by Pitts. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Cousins. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Cousins now. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Boswell good with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Falcons 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out come the Falcons now. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. To throw is Cousins. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Cousins to throw it. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 73 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
2nd and 5.
They run with Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They run with Harris. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
They'll run. Here's Harris.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. The Steelers offense and running back Najee Harris set to take over once more. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.